So this sounds really weird, because even though like they're doing spotlights at the night and it's still effective, technically you'll still more hit them when you travel at light, because it's just like in day, it's like always spotlights. It's just the sunlight.
Yeah.
But like we really don't want to just skip like fucking day. Where like we can't just not move now. We have to. So yeah, either way.
Yeah, we could maybe do like a half-hour scout around to see if we notice if people have been close. Like do a quick.
Like just look, see if we see like.
Yeah, to see like if the direction we're traveling in has been.
The direction we're traveling in. Okay, sure. That I don't want to go back, but yeah, if we like. Yeah, that sounds fine. Let's restart off. But then yeah, after that, just like beeline for the outpost.
Okay. Are you like all splitting up to search around the area, or?
Wait, let me think. Is there
Like
actually
within-
at any point us going to the Crusade outpost if we're going to go to Lumbridge camp, or we could just straight up do
It
that?
takes us farther to the bulwark, and it gives us some form of security.
Yeah, I guess
it's
we can
like-
rest for a day or two. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Might as well. And yeah, I guess this does take us pretty close to the bulwark. Okay. Yeah. And there'll probably be even more like security around it now. They would probably be expecting us to try to leave the area.
Close all the borders. Gauge all
Mhm.
defenses. Give this man a shield.
But yeah, Chris, we I guess set up for the day.
Okay. So wait, are we doing the scouting or?
Yeah.
Okay, so then are you like the three of you are scouting together, or like?
Well,
We're
maybe we
splitting
can do
up
like
to
the
search the
classic, like
area, or-
sped up, but within eyesight of each other. Like,
Yeah. Just check for any signs of like recent activity in the area.
Okay. Then give me individual investigation checks or survival, whichever's highest, please.
Done. 17.
None of you find any evidence of like a recent presence in the area.
All right, sounds good. So yeah, obviously they're doing that quite quickly. I'm like, well, that's a promising start at least. Let's keep going.
Okay.
So is he like? I suppose he managed to find any sort of weird, like old clothes in the farm or anything. Did he? Any shoes?
No.
Cool guy. I mean, I'll give him like, is it cold weather?
No, point. Weather dice.
I mean,
Any dice,
I gave him my my civilian shirt. Probably a bit long, but whatever.
We should have taken boots or something from the
Dead
necromancer.
bodies. I mean, you could have done
Sorry,
that.
what are you giving him?
My civilian shirt. Probably a bit long on him, but
No, yeah, as a, nice dress. A nice summer dress. That's also like it's like it's too long, but also like very tight around this kind of like barrelish torso.
listen, you don't get to complain if you're freezing to death.
Yeah. Literal beggars can't be choosers.
Okay. Sure. The weather is fine actually. It's not hot, but nor is it cold, and nor is there any form of precipitation. So
Yeah,
what's the pace for travel? Because you spent yesterday mostly at a jog.
As fast as we can come.
Fast walk.
Fast walk, yeah. So like, so we can maybe keep this up until we get to Crusade Outpost, and then if we need to like crash for like maybe half of a day or something, we'll be okay.
Couple of months, yeah, sure.
Sure, a couple of months. That's fine. No.
Okay. So Ragnar jogs to keep up, but doesn't complain.
He's gonna lose so much weight. He's gonna look great by the time.
The dress is going to fit properly.
Mm-hmm.
You guys begin your journey towards where your map tells you Crusader Outpost is.
Oh, I don't like the way you phrase that. The way the map tells you.
Yeah. Give me a traveling survival check, whether it's the survivaliest. Survival
me aid.
map reader. Yes,
Yeah.
you can aid.
Wait, how good's the dwarf for you? Survival?
He's a city dwarfian.
What's his minus? Minus 10?
Been holding the map upside down all this time.
16, Chris.
Yeah, not a great one.
Okay, yeah. You were pretty confident in your orienteering ability.
Oh, look at that.
General directional travel. Yeah, and you... it's actually some of the more pleasant travel you've had since you... Well, it really began, actually. It's been pretty mountainous all the way, and now it's just mostly flat woodland.
Beautiful.
the occasional creek, some rather strange and diseased-looking animals, but the going is easy. They're not sort of constantly up and down hills, and it's reasonably straightforward to keep on track. You don't have to keep going around things.
But just because I think I have the greatest stamina and my character's probably pretty
Wow.
nervous.
I'm a fucking wolf. I have good stamina.
Hey, you're not
wolf.
let's look on this later. But I'm gonna
Wolf.
like backtrack and like catch up and like just try and like make sure we're alone. Out of
Okay, sure.
Out of paranoia.
Sure.
Paranoia,
You're
exactly.
being particularly alert. Every time you pass Ragnar, you hear that he's sort of like he's humming to himself quietly as he jogs along.
oh, having a good time.
Yeah, it's like a dwarf song.
It's a dwarf song, yeah.
Nice. Can you
He's
sing
very
it?
well- I mean, it's a dwarf tune. He's not
You
actually
mind singing it first, Chris?
No, because he's humming. He's not singing.
Alright, you mind humming it first?
Yes, because you can't hear it. It's only
fuck.
it's when Talia jogs past him, like you just hear him humming to himself quietly under his breath.
Okay.
So here's an honest question, though. 'Cause as we know, many cultures have like similar songs, but they've just changed the words. So do we recognize the tune at all?
We don't get to recognize it.
Do I
I don't
recognize?
get to recognize unless you're like walking next to him, you don't get to recognize it.
True. Okay.
You could always go have a conversation with him, but it'd be slightly awkward if you just went and like walked next to him to listen to what he was humming.
Sneak up on him. Don't tell him you're there.
Real sneaky like. Okay. Yeah, so the morning's travel is uneventful. And eventually you stop for lunch. You sit down by a creek where you can get some fresh water and break out the old rations and then break the old rations into bite-sized chunks.
Delicious.
And then,
More than this bread.
more than less bread. It's not nearly as nice, but it's very filling.
I thank Ragnar for his beautiful work with this dwarvish bread.
It's quite something, isn't it?
Oh yes, quite some.
They say a dwarf can go for miles on a single loaf.
Wow. Can't imagine what it'll do to me then.
Because you see, it forces you to go miles. You're constantly thinking to yourself, I gotta find something else to eat, or it'll be the bloody bread again.
Genius. So even dwarves don't like it?
Dwarves tolerate it. It's a classic example of dwarvish baking.
But
Honestly, you don't want to try the other selections.
this is a good bit. This is the best
It's
batch of it.
about as good as it gets. We're not known for our culinary ability.
No. I can guess.
I'm making a dwarf cook someday. PC.
I add
would
a
be
bit
the
of salt.
best.
Do we have salt? I add a bit of salt.
I can get some sriracha on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the salt adds, it adds some flavor. It tastes slightly salty now.
Oh, it's
I've
It-
perfected
it's an
the recipe.
improvement.
It's actually now it just tastes good. I don't know, maybe I might try sugar on my one.
Now it tastes slightly sweet. Where did you get the sugar?
Sweet enough, baby.
He turned to
trying to
Talia
pick
and
him
asked
up?
her to pour some sugar on me.
Exactly. Maybe there were some bees and I got some honey, Chris, Life on the road.
That wouldn't be sugar. That would be honey.
Yeah, I mean, it's close, Same good.
Right. So. Okay.
We keep going, boys.
You keep going, okay. And the afternoon of travel passes also uneventfully.
Oh, we're amazing at this.
You can thank
Like,
me later.
he's gonna think we're so professional.
Yeah, we're like looking like sup. You see, we're not getting attacked right now.
The problem is,
Well,
our luck's gonna run out right when we're in spider country. And it's gonna be the best.
I know it's spiders.
I could find some
Nathan.
spider.
Yeah, some more spiders and fucking death knights.
level 9 Death Knights.
We weren't supposed to kill him, remember?
Yep. But then they'll be like, well, one death knight is enough to deal with you guys. Let's send a few. No.
once you defeat a
How many
mini boss in the
Death Knights are
game,
there,
it starts
Chris?
becoming
Like, it
normal.
sounds weird, but like, you know what I mean? Like, say a place where like a standing army of a certain amount, which a certain number will be like, you know, proper mounted knights. You know,
Mhm.
how many like people of that level, of that station, I guess, would be in like an army of the Forsaken? Like thousands, tens of thousands.
Of that
Yeah.
level, his capability? No, not many at all.
Oh, it's fine. They can't
Um,
send that many to us. It's all good.
It was a pretty.
Like,
we
he
took
would
a
have
pretty
been
major shot at
a
the Forsaken with that.
high-ranking.
It's mostly just his sheer balls of like freeing a prisoner on the road.
Yeah, like we don't give a shit. All these how they see us, let's just fucking ambush.
Nobody would ever expect us to try this, and that's why it worked.
Pretty much.
But in which case, if like, even it sounds stupid, even stuff like that, that's a pretty like big deal, right? So it's
Yeah.
like, even though like it's not technically our mission, it is in some
Yeah,
ways.
we've
Like,
sabotaged.
Investigators have become assassins.
no,
I mean, you
all
always
knew
knew
it
it was gonna end up like this.
It's
Why did I
D&D.
ask
We
for a
all knew it was
sniper
going to go that
rifle?
way. Yeah, we all knew it was going to go
We're
that
actually
way.
heroes because we're saviors. We saved. Mhm.
And then debated, whether or not it was worth your time, or if you should just turn them into spider food.
Not worth our time, worth our lives, Chris. There's a difference.
No, I meant worth your time to take them to the.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
To the
We decided
lumber
it was.
You
It's
decided
so
it was
good.
good people. Okay.
We were putting out the pragmatic solution
Exactly.
just in case that had to be up.
Give
But
me
there's no
the-
gray areas in WoW. Like it's
No.
the hardest.
It's all
Alliance
black
is
and
good.
white.
So we
Alliance
did
is
the good
good,
boys
Horde
thing.
is bad.
And because we're Alliance, we had to take him home,
Yeah, it's in the quest decks. Like we have no choice.
Mhm. Yeah, escort to mission.
You don't even
Oh
have
my
the
God.
choice. You just
Tough.
yeah.
This
You
is
don't,
the
want to
biggest
turn us
horde
into
mission.
you don't want to turn us into an actual escort mission. It's a nightmare. He'll keep resetting and
Just would only do boss
He's like,
speed.
actually, I'm gonna go
No,
back
like-
to the wall.
he'll attack everything you walk past, and then
Nice.
run like a couple of miles back to where he was
I
when
mean,
he
he did
aggroed
say
up
he
that
was
thing
inexperienced in the
before.
wild, so
Very, very slowly.
All right, but yeah, Chris, we keep going. Wait, the day's uneventful.
The afternoon's travel is uneventful, and now I need a encampment roll from Sholan. Or
Go
whoever.
Sholan.
Okay.
I
It's your
assume
birthday.
Sholan.
It's your birthday. Ooh.
Okay,
Back.
so two of three.
We get two. I
Yeah.
thought we only got 1 free for 14.
No, below 10 is one of three.
Oh, okay.
So I don't care, but
Um,
like maybe we should do hidden and comfortable instead of 60.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I might. I think comfortable. Like, I don't think the dwarf better do another day at this pace if he's had a bad night's sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and
Sweet.
hidden's definitely more important.
Hidden comfy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you find you
Find
find
a do.
let's see.
Find a
I
sensor.
don't know. I'm trying to like be inventive with these places you find and not just be like they're the same place every time. So
We find a farmstead with the windows shut so you can't see out.
all boarded up. Yeah. No, you find a
Microphone activated.
let's say it's like a sort of a copse of trees close together, grown with like soft undergrowth that makes for a decent bedding if you kind of bunch some of it together and use it for a pillow.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Ragnar says, "Oh, this is rather cozy, isn't it?" And then gets the bed out and
Oh, God. I started having nightmares that noise it hit something and like, no.
Now we know why dwarves are so muscular, dude.
Right?
Hell.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so you dine. Does anyone want to sort of have any particular conversation with Ragnar or each other? But
I mean, I might just have like casual questions like where he's from, stuff like that,
sure. He grew up in Felsamar or Karanos. It was Karanos, not Felsamar.
They're in the map, we can't see.
Yeah, they are. Karanos is I say it's a large town near Ironforge. He is just shy of 200 years old. he moved to Ironforge when he graduated, whatever educational thing it is that dwarves do, Dwarf University, and joined the began training as a diplomat after like a sort of a degree in the equivalent of a degree in international relations. And like eventually he did well, joined the diplomatic corps, and was eventually trusted to like manage negotiations with the Horde, and became increasingly renowned, and eventually like to the point where he was considered like obviously with a corps of assistants to be like the leader of a delegation sent to Silvermoon, which is obviously very rare. Dwarves travel to Silvermoon. To negotiate with, or attempt to negotiate with Lordaeron before he was captured, and he assumes like the rest of his delegation met an unpleasant end, and was brought here, and then you met him and brought him here.
What a lovely life story.
What a lovely life story indeed.
But yeah, it sounds like you were important enough to definitely.
What do you tell him about your life story? He politely inquires back.
Oh, well, let me look at my character sheet real quick. Not much effort.
Liars. Wait, no.
The 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5,
I grew
6,
up
7, 8, 9, 10,
I grew up
11
in
bullet points.
Gilneas. Wasn't too bad. So the walking curse fed to me. Had to defend myself and my mob for a little bit, and then during the Cataclysm we fled towards Stormwind, became a scavenger, a beggar for a while before managing to help work in the Alliance, and eventually join the SI7 and get to do fun missions like this.
Ooh, fun missions like what?
Like come in and save poor dwarves who get themselves kidnapped.
Wow.
Wait, Ian, are you in Morganfall?
Yeah.
Where's
You want me to do Morgan voice all the time? Yeah. Oh, I had a good life.
Oh, I see. No, not to worry. Mum's the word. Can't tell me what the real mission is.
Yes,
I
I'm
fully
afraid I'm afraid that you're too much of a risk.
I love it so
Wow.
much.
Fair enough, Mr. Connery.
Dog Connery, what? Okay.
John Doggery.
John Doggery. It's the good one. Okay.
Well, so I ask Ragnar, from your position as a diplomat of the Alliance, what is your opinion of the current tensions between the Horde and Alliance? Think it's
getting political.
Think it's manageable?
I personally was encouraged by the way we automatically came together in the face of the Burning Legion. Don't think many people could claim to have been particularly happy to see the demons return to this world, and if truth be told, happiness isn't the word I'd use, but it warmed my heart to think that there might one day be peace, simply through the way that we automatically agreed to join our armies and travel to the Broken Shore to fight them back. The deaths of Vol'jin and Varian have rather thrown a spanner in those particular works, and if my abduction is anything to go by, I'd say that Sylvanas is particularly unoptimistic about the long-term prospects of peace. And if I may be so bold, three of you once sent to Tirisful Glades to rescue me, so that's 3 Alliance operatives operating secretly in Tirisful Glades. I'd say the distrust is fairly mutual.
Right, but for good reason. Just think of all the atrocities the Horde have committed over the year.
I mean, it's a fair point that they are the bad guys, but I've known a few Tauren. I met Bane Bloodtooth one time. He wasn't so bad. And honestly, until the night I was kidnapped, I was well treated in Silvermoon.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going there to kill anyone. We're going there to... I mean, I'm not going to say exactly what, but just to make sure they're not trying to kill us, I guess you could say.
Right, nice. Mutual
Purely
distrust is a
self-defense.
masterpiece.
Purely self-defense.
I would, to summarize my answer to your question, I would say that recent events have left me less optimistic than ever. As a sworn diplomat of Ironforge and by extension the Alliance, I will of course continue to strive even once home. Well, once home I will continue to strive even despite my recent events to find peaceful diplomatic solutions to the conflict, but I have my personal doubts now about how successful I'll be.
Well, so do I, but I wish you luck.
Well, I wish us luck in getting me home. I'll worry more about finding a path to peace once I'm worried less about being recaptured and taken before Sylvanas and tortured for 1,000 years.
Don't worry, we'll take care of that part. As in... no, as in...
What? That's funny.
You know what I meant.
He's like, I'm worried about being captured and taken before Sylvanas and tortured for 1,000 years. And Jacko just says in this really ominous way, don't worry, we'll take care of that part.
Wow. That goes.
I knew what you meant, Talia, and I thank you for it. Even if your phrasing could have been better phrased.
You can tell he's a bard, right? It's that eloquent language. What a diplomat. Okay, and yeah, we I guess we set up. I mean, we can still watch, right? They're not as good.
Yes, there's no advantage on the chat.
Okay.
Let's see. So hidden, so we need a high roll, and we may have a high roll.
We may.
It's
Do we?
possible.
But we don't, so it's okay. Wait, drawing whose watch? And I need to know who I'm angry at.
Okay.
Oh, no. It's no, I don't like that. Okay.
I'm
It's
sorry,
a
guys.
bad okay.
Sorry in advance.
It's a bad okay.
Shalom.
Yes.
In the middle of your watch.
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of your watch.
Your watch.
You
We were
hear
ambushed by some...
a rustling.
God, why me again?
A rustling.
At least you noticed
And
this.
you move around to the side of the copse facing in that direction, and you see sort of pawing and nosing through a bush about 100 feet away is an enormous bear that's just kind of nuzzling its way through a bush,
Nuzzling.
searching for food.
Oh, we have this fresh dwarf we can offer.
Rude.
I start to pave a way towards where Silas is sleeping.
It doesn't
how
seem to
good
have
is my
noticed you yet.
Yeah.
It's going to standing side onto you.
handling is that I could.
Ooh, animal.
Alrighty, I'll do my channel divinity again.
Mm-hmm.
For the good dog was what I'll call it, or whatever. Like,
True.
no, it basically just makes it more friendly towards me.
Oh,
I had to
yeah.
find.
Okay. One,
We did that with the wolf.
How is this
Yeah.
interactive if it hasn't noticed you yet? I don't know. Like, can you find the exact text?
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to find it.
Sure.
Searching this stupid thing is like.
Can we talk
Sure,
about
this
the
is-
ethics of
yeah,
this? This is mind control.
Yeah, right.
Sort of.
It's vape.
Wow. Okay. I mean,
You're mind vaping this poor
no.
bear. No.
It's better than when you actually would rape it. So you know.
Well,
there's-
how dare you? How dare you?
Maybe
It's
why?
not my type.
True. Not into the big girls. Worst. Yeah, here's the actual wording on the text.
Well, trying to be blah blah blah. Force a dream watcher or a creature in a monstrous alternative form for a virtual shape, blah blah.
What if it's a
Go to the
dream
alternative,
shape?
sorry.
Yeah, you must alternatively target a beast you can see in 30 feet. Okay, well, it's too far away for a start.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's like 100 feet away right now.
You missed
Gotcha.
someone.
Force it roll a spirit saving throw. If the creature fails at saving throw, it is charmed by you for 1 minute or until it takes damage. While it's charmed,
Yeah,
There's
you
more.
missed off a bit. Yeah, there you go.
while it is charmed, it is friendly to you and other creatures you designate. If you treat them fairly, they do not revert to original hostility after the
That's
duration
quite nice.
ends.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I basically just have that prepped in case it comes over and tries to eat one of
You're like
us.
soothing,
Okay.
soothing.
Yeah, so like a couple of minutes after you've noticed it, it kind of
Oh wait, you were going near
Again-
me, but you didn't actually wake me up. You were just
no.
okay.
Again, not seeming to have noticed you yet, but it sort of it turns and starts wandering over to your location.
Okay.
Phew.
So the first thing I'll actually do then is I'll try to step out and do an animal handling check to just on my own try and calm it down before doing the channel divinity to see if I can just, use my
You're away with animals.
exactly.
Yeah,
Okay,
Shana, you would
okay.
know how to deal with a bear. Maybe.
Give me an animal
Make yourself
handling
big.
check.
Yeah. There had to be bears in places that I've been.
Exactly. All about it, see.
Yeah, but they're all druids.
Fuck.
Mm.
That's a
Maybe
great
there weren't
roll.
many bears.
9. Turns out the wrong kind of bear, you know?
Oh, you
Just
thought it was a black bear. This is a fucking polar bear.
turns out.
Okay.
We're fucked.
I mean, not yet.
More
Hold
danger.
on.
So all seems to be going well at
Dude,
first.
a polar bear is stronger than a level 9 Death Knight. We're fucked.
You attempt to calm the bear. This
Mhm.
huge bear.
How big
Yes.
are we saying when you say like double the size of a normal bear?
When I say huge, I mean it's huge.
I don't know what that means.
It's
Like
And then
20
huge
foot,
creature,
20
so like
foot
3 by
view.
3 square.
So 15 by 15 foot. It's a normal
big-
polar bear's like that big, right?
It's a big boy bear.
I
BBB.
think large would be like a 2 by 2.
So yeah, your 9 is
Not great.
Yeah, it kind of wanders over to you and kind of sniffs at you, and you
Takes
hold
a bite.
still and don't act threatening in any way.
It's gonna hurt.
And then it kind of like just kind of reaches out a huge paw, and it doesn't attack you, but just sort of pushes you out of the way,
Okay.
and begins like striding past you into the copse of trees, with a loud rustling where your friends are sleeping,
Okay.
kind of sniffing the air.
Yeah. It's still technically not hostile. Just looking for food. What do I have on my character sheet that would be food-like?
Dwarf fed.
Okay, that's the problem. I have
Enraging
dwarven rations
creature.
and just the itty bit of human rations left, which is not gonna probably do it.
If it's like beef jerky, maybe.
Bear jerky. My favorite.
I'd be a cannibal. That's why there's not many bears left.
Apparently, they can go more than 10 feet. A bit long.
Oh, what would be something that I know it would want to would be its natural food supply?
Elf.
Penguins.
No.
Give me a nature check.
Wait, is this an undead thing?
No.
Okay. Also, I really can't get away from it. It's not a polar bear, right? I keep in my head it's a polar bear now.
It's not a polar bear.
It
Why?
was a grizzly.
It's looking for
God
seals.
damn
in
it.
there.
It's like a big brown bear.
Brown.
My
bear.
rolls have gone down.
It
significantly
wants
lately.
it wants honey.
It wants
Wow.
honey.
Racist,
But
Chris.
it's a
But I have honey. I have honey. Remember?
Yeah,
That's
that's what
what-
it's searching for. It's all your fault again, Silas.
Damn it.
Okay, so right now, like the bear it's like half in, half out of this copse of trees. You can hear it kind of rummaging and sniffing around. You're basically standing just outside the copse of trees next to like an enormous bear ass.
Yeah.
That's kind of just like it's a hind quarter sticking out next to you.
Can I roll a
Alrighty.
perception check to wake up?
Yeah, I was actually getting
Perception
I'm gonna
checks at
toss-
disadvantage,
oh.
please. Just quickly, perception checks at disadvantage, please, from
Okay.
Silas and from Talia and of
Quill.
course from
He drop highest.
Ragnar.
Wow.
So 12, 9, and
1.
Okay, so Silas, you are sort of like just coming to consciousness to the sound of like a rustling. Something is when like you hear like a almost squeal from Ragnar.
Squeal.
Silas, there's a fucking bear with us.
I'm like, okay, I guess I wake up.
You wake
All right.
up.
Just a second.
Talia, you wake up. Hang on,
Oh,
so-
I thought I was just gonna roll over and like, not now.
Talia, you are awakened by this. Shallan, you hear this like from inside the, this squeal of alarm, and everyone is awakened. And what were you trying to do, Shallan? What are you attempting at this point?
So I was hoping that there would be some type of like the conjure creature I could do a bigger bear or something, but
What CR can you do?
I can technically, if I wanted to, I could do a
Okay.
CR3.
Oh,
But
I'm guessing this is a bigger bear.
probably
than
yeah.
that.
yeah.
Maybe can you do like a hallucination?
Also, not to cock block you too hard, Josh.
Yeah.
But I have noticed that there's a 1 minute cast time on the conjure creature spell, not one action. Yeah, okay. Well, you
Promise.
can't summon a bigger bear, but if you could,
Okay.
you could do it in an action.
Yes.
So what is everyone's immediate reaction after waking
I
up? The bear has
roll
not,
away from the
attacked
bear.
this
I
squealing-
am going to attempt to give it scritches. I'm just gonna like
What? Come on.
Oh
No.
my god.
basically. I'm going to attempt to again.
Josh,
You know,
That's
Be
like
fr-
an
I-
attack, dude.
Trust me.
Josh, I
Trust
want you to
I
make
know.
me another animal handling check.
Yeah.
I also want you to have inspiration.
No.
Yes.
But also have disadvantages.
There is no disadvantage.
The
I
full
want an animal
trifecta.
handling check.
Suck it.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll away while
Okay.
also grabbing my
15.
bow.
Okay.
It's not
So the actions are that Ragnar is like squealing and backing away from this thing as
Yeah,
quickly as he can. It's regarding him with curiosity.
So I
Salas rolls over and grabs his bow. Talia, you.
grab my shield and roll over to protect Ragnar.
hmm
What a guy.
Okay.
Do you see
just as
mail? You do, right?
No,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess we decided we could, right? Like, I
Yeah,
guess-
Yeah.
sure.
It just because you're not recovering any hit dice and you don't have exhaustion to get rid of, so
Yeah.
you would be. Okay, and just as you guys are preparing for the bear to attack, this massive, shaggy, like front half of a bear withdraws from your sleeping place. And
Shallan's
the
grappling
kind of
it from
foliage
behind.
closes behind it. It's just suplexing this way.
I
and,
taught you so
Shallan-
well. I taught you so well.
It withdraws and kind of like looks at you,
Uh-huh.
and then like lowers its head next to you and like cocks its head
Yeah.
for you to scratch behind its ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you try to
And
use
I'm
the
all
tool
in
on
that because it's like
All
its
in
head
that.
is probably like
Yeah, it's
this.
a
I'm like,
you're just like
mm.
like yeah, like, right in there giving it good scratches.
Yes.
Okay, the bear kind of like there's a low but like not threatening rumbling sort of growl of appreciation from it as you're,
It's
as you're
purring.
giving it scritches. It's purring
Yes.
exactly.
basically, yeah, bear purrs.
Okay, yeah.
A cute hacking there.
And then it kind of like rolls over on its side and
Yep.
like it tries to expose its belly, but like actually its belly is like 7 feet in the air, so it's quite
Yeah.
hard for you to get your hands up there properly
Yep.
to give it a proper scratching. But you do your best, you give it a good rubbing.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just doing that basically. I'm trying to keep
yeah,
it.
so I kind of like, softly say, Shallan, you have this under control.
For the time being, if you maybe could,
Evacuate.
and I'm like gesturing away from the
Right.
cops where it's,
Hopefully, solid plan. Okay, I hoist Ragnar up and say, and grab my gear.
he sack of grains him. Just
Just
like,
fucking like
whoop.
sigh like, oh man, I like fucking want a good night's sleep. But okay, yeah, just
well, again, this is not interrupting anyone's technically long
Well,
rest.
as long as you get back to sleep, pretty
Yeah.
find like somewhere else to sleep pretty swiftly within like
Okay.
15 minutes or so. Like if
10, 15 minutes. It's okay.
um Okay. Sure. So after a couple of minutes of scritches, the bear kind of, he seems satisfied. He stands back up. He licks you with like a huge slobby lick that sort of leaves you drenched in bear saliva. And then he just like goes back. He like pushes past you and inside the copse.
Okay.
But we're out of
like
there.
the sound of you're out of there by this point. There's like an internal rustling.
Okay.
And where have the other three got to? Just
Maybe like 50 for the word, 60 first. I can still see with dark vision, just like kind of watching to see what's happening.
Okay. So like eventually you see Shallan like come around the copse and come towards you.
Mhm.
I'm like, can we go now? What's happening?
Not yet. It's in again. It smelled something in there, so it's going to explore around there. Once it leaves, we should be able to go back in and be fine.
And before it goes to sleep right there.
Yeah, that would be funny. But
Okay.
yeah, so I'll kind of go back and just try to like keep an eye on what the bear's doing.
Okay. After about 10 minutes, it comes out, like glances at you, and then like pads off back the way it came.
Okay. Good bear. And then I go back to the party and tell them, hey, thumbs up, we're good.
Hey Ragnar, nice. Go back to sleep. Nothing happened. Bad dream.
This is why I don't like the fucking outdoors. This is why I grew up in a city. Yeah, bears and Dunmore ashore, but I didn't have to interact with them.
You didn't really have to interact with this one, you know?
You're missing out.
Yeah, that bear's life, real nice.
My heart's going like a racing ram. I don't know how I'm going to get back to bed. Well, I'll give it a try then.
But next time, should something like this happen again, which I pray it will not.
It doesn't.
Perhaps don't scream as loud as possible, alerting anyone around us. I know it was a frightening experience, but...
It was a natural instinct. I woke up with a bear over me. A big one. I thought it was going to eat
I
me.
apologize. I was trying to keep it out, but it was quite curious.
Okay, well, I'll try and bear it in mind for next time.
That's all I have.
Yes, bear it in mind indeed. Wow. Okay.
Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
And okay, so yeah, you guys just go back to bed in like the now significantly kind of more flattened down undergrowth in the center of the copse.
Now I have my sword and shield at the ready.
Okay. And yet, despite your preparedness, the rest of the long rest proceeds uneventfully. And the sun rises. There were, as you looked about, there was no sign of any Zeppelin searches or searches otherwise in the like anywhere nearby you guys. The night was quiet as the grave, apart from the bear. But there was no sign of Forsaken activity.
Yeah, but this wasn't
in
an
any of
undead
your
bear,
watches.
was it?
No, it wasn't an undead bear. Cool. And so
The morning comes.
the morning comes. The bread
And
is
the
broken,
morning comes.
and you guys continue on your way.
By the way, can I tell you that if I had any inkling of how to make that bear my spiritual companion,
Right.
I fucking would do that in a heartbeat.
Probably pretty hard considering it's a wild bear, but...
Yeah, that's my thought. But
You
I
probably
want
have
it.
you probably have to tie it to a tree first, and
at least.
Look like Ryan and
Exactly. Full bear gore.
Yeah.
Full bear gore.
That poor bear. That poor bear. Okay. So yeah, the weather is it is now a light drizzle today, and yeah. So obviously Ragnar finds himself trudging through mud. He says, "Look, not that I'm upset that the bear didn't attack us, but next time we see something large enough to make a pair of boots out of, don't suppose we could seize the opportunity."
Okay. I don't think that would be the best solution with that particular bear.
Yes, was quite the chance that he would eat your feet instead.
Well, I suppose you know best about the outdoors, and I'd rather not have my feet eaten. So, okay, if we can safely acquire a pair of boots from
Yes.
anything,
Yes.
Is it possible to make like wooden cleats or something like that out of wooden? But that would take time, right? Like
like of an evening possibly, but
Okay.
not like on the road.
Yeah, if I have the time the next evening, I'll try something like that. I don't know if.
Do you have any like craftsman experience whatsoever?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm an artisan.
Okay.
You're fishing with artisan tools.
Yeah, I have artisan tools.
Fancy.
Yeah, that's not what he asked.
Yeah, Jacko.
I believe I'm also proficient.
You're proficient with artisan tools? Yep, I have artisan tools.
I stole them from someone, but that doesn't matter.
Okay. So it is drizzling. The morning passes without incident. The North Lordaeron mountains are growing closer and closer in the distance. You stop for lunch in the shade of a huge willow tree at the bank of a river that's like flowing from Daramir to Brightwater and then to the north coast. And then continue on your way. Anybody got any conversating to do today?
Not really.
No, that's fine. I'm just giving the opportunity.
Yeah.
The traveling is still like uneventful. You are now in, if not settled areas of countryside, certainly settled lands. It's a tourist place. This is the homeland of the Forsaken. So it's not sort of surprising that you're not as bothered by wildlife as you are in the uplands and coming through like the foothills of the Alterac Mountains and so on. This is the kind of place where if you were constantly being attacked by things, you'd sort of find yourself wondering how is it that like average people even exist in this world?
Yeah.
Actually just walk around here. And make it to the camp spot for the evening, which is how good, Shalon?
17.
So which two?
Do we want the same two?
I think the argument exists for hidden and secure instead of comfortable.
It's like, how bad does Ragnar look? Like, does he getting ready? He's getting used to the place.
He's holding up. Like his feet are in a bit of a state.
But comfortable doesn't mean feet are safe.
But it's like he's hardy. He's not complaining.
Yeah,
he seems tired but not completely exhausted at the end of each day.
Right.
After the bears thing, I wouldn't mind, maybe a bit more of a lookout just in case. Yeah. I don't know if I'm on watch.
So we'll do not
to go
comfortable,
away.
but do the other ones, protected and hidden. So I warn, like, as we're finding a spot, I'm like, that may not be the most comfortable night.
just present a bed
But
of
at
nails.
least exactly, basically. but at least it'll be,
So
it'll be safe.
This
hot coals somehow?
very comfortable.
You find a copse just like last time, except this time there's a tree you can climb and see out of, and it's also full of thorns.
Oof,
Wow.
I don't know. I'll let you think for a second. I got a suggestion. I'm sort of really
what is it? Secure and hidden,
but not
Like
comfortable.
a cave or something. But...
Yeah, it's not
that secure if you got a cave. You can't
terrain.
What is the terrain? It's like it's like plains, right?
Yeah, it's woodland.
It's woodland. Maybe it's a huge tree that is like died and fallen over, and we can like go inside it.
Oh yeah, like the hollowed out tree.
Yeah, hollow out
Okay.
tree.
Yeah, sure. And like someone could sit on top.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's not
Okay.
comfortable. It's full of like fucking dirt and shit.
Bugs.
Hollowed out. Bugs. It's a lot of bugs. It's like in Lord of the Rings, naturally they hide in.
Okay.
No, it's
Yeah,
like the tree from the Lion King where they like grab all the bugs.
Yeah.
What tree from the Lion King? There you go.
Where they before they sing Hakuna Matata.
Mhm.
Okay, a huge felled tree or fallen tree, felled by some long past storm.
Cool.
Cool. Give me the old perceptioninos.
By the way, yeah.
With
So I'm
advantage.
trying to make like wooden sandals, like smooth out the wood and like something to walk on at least with like some straps of some
Flip
kind.
flops.
Or flip flops. So
Okay.
So what I'm ruling perception. Wait, you gotta go first.
yeah,
And
that's
then
22. 22.
no,
and-
35. What are you on about? 20.
But wait, is that the order? I thought.
No,
No,
Shalana's
sorry,
and
I
Benno's yet.
have not yet. My bad.
The other check was further.
27.
14.
Nailed it. Okay. Also, Talia, give me what stat would we associate? Probably int. So a roll with proficiency bonus and int.
No, you're pretty smart actually. You're the smartest one of us, though.
Yeah, I think so, right? We figured that out the other day.
Like smartest, most charismatic, you know. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, but I'm the
Just
least
because
qualified for
I
the
have
mission.
the
so-
shittiest overall stats.
Oh, we have the. No, I don't think you do. You have an 18 and a 20. I don't think.
We'll
that's
get
the
so
shittiest.
it's a 20 and 18, and then 10, 11, 12. Like
Yeah,
that's
I got 20 is 16 and like a 12 is only 10 8. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
No, I have 12, 20, 16, and then yeah, like 12, 13, 10 8. Ah, yeah, right, yours.
true.
Draco has an 18, 16, and then like.
Okay.
Draco's
So
pretty-
yeah, you sort of you take measurements of his feet and find like sections of wood that are approximately the right length and kind of saw them to shape and use a bit of string and yeah, you approximate some sort of flip-floppy things.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll mention
by the
like
way-
I'm not sure how they'll hold up, but they should be fine for like the travel there.
And during that night, I will I'll cast like so I guess it's technically not called Cure Wounds anymore, right? It's Holy Light.
Flash of light, hold on.
No, it's Holy Light to heal 1d8 plus my Charisma modifier. I'm sorry, my Wisdom modifier. Spirit.
Who are you healing?
Ragnar, his feet,
Sure,
in particular.
you heal the wounds.
because I'm sure they're pretty beat up
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
blistered
but
and
you
stuff,
just
so-
have a
Yeah,
long rest.
But
go
they
fuck
won't
you.
harden if you heal it.
You heal his feet to their originally beautifully manicured state, pedicured even.
Yeah, Talia's in for the pedicure. I'm just healing.
What?
And
It's
Why not
absolutely
Silas?
beautiful.
Use sexist pig.
Wow. You present him with a pair of
Makeshift
wooden
moccasins.
Crocs. Wooden Crocs.
Nice. Oh, they're the things they wear in Netherlands. The clogs.
Well, those are hard to make though.
Oh, sure they are. Sure they are.
They're like little canoes.
They're like little canoes.
He says, thank you very much, Talia. These will make traveling more comfortable. Ooh, and thanks for the healing, Shalon. That's nifty. My feet feel 1,000 times better.
At least we could do.
So perception rolls were irrelevant because nothing counts. So good job.
But I got 27. Do I
good.
like find gold?
Yeah, there's just a pot of gold outside.
You find some mushrooms.
Ooh, we can have a good
I
time,
instantly like give them to Silas to test them for both poison and drug use.
though. We mentioned that they're good to eat.
Silas, you now have some mushrooms.
They're delicious.
Yes,
Oh,
you now
definitely
have some
like
edible mushrooms.
my favorite kind of mushrooms.
The edible kind?
Yeah. The magic kind. Nah.
Who knows? Maybe it'll be a magic mushroom and give you +1 to all stats.
Ooh. Nice.
Grow you in size a bit, maybe.
Is that a Binding Isaac or Mario reference?
I mean, the Binding of Isaac is a Mario reference, right?
Yeah, but one Binding Isaac actually give +1 all stats. Mario doesn't.
Magic mushroom does, right?
Yeah, nice.
But Mario doesn't have
And a
stats.
1.35 times.
Yeah, it does a damage
Damage multiplier?
multiplier.
Yeah.
It's like I think maybe a 1.5.
One of the best
yeah, it's-
items for sure. Anyway,
Yeah.
Alright.
So much. Right.
we'll
Yeah.
get through the night.
Yeah. Night. Woo.
undisturbed
Yeah.
by bears or other.
Undisturbed by bears or other. And come the morning, it is absolutely chucking it down with rain.
Oh, just
Sorry,
like
wait, what? It's chucking it down with rain?
You never heard that
Yeah.
expression, Jeff?
No.
What?
Crazy.
So
I guess in Netherlands it doesn't mean
it's chucking. You mean like God is like throwing buckets of rain down?
Yeah, it's being
Exactly.
chucked. It's mainly being chucked out the sky.
Like, it's falling faster than gravity would naturally make it fall. It's actually...
Well, what else?
Rain's
It's
angry.
it's absolutely chucking it down.
Okay, cool. Okay, I guess we
Cool.
fry
We
up the
don't have
mushrooms. Have some mushrooms fried. We have mushrooms on the
Can I
board.
do a nature check to see like if I actually know anything about those mushrooms?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure that my
Mhm.
nature check is
Nature's
great,
fine.
right?
But the thing is, if they're poison, Silas is going to be even more.
Or is it a medicine check? They're
Medicine, go
medicinal
for it.
mushrooms?
That's fine. Medicine will do.
Cool.
Withstand medicine?
They are
Plus 8.
toxic AF.
like,
Nobody
right
should take
before
so
he
much
goes
as a
to-
bite of these mushrooms.
And I'm like, no, I
Don't
gave
find
them
them.
to you because they're poisonous, like for your poison. Like right before he eats them.
Pretty different. Do you know what kind of poison? I'm not familiar. These don't look like the ones I used in.
I say like
make,
the kind that kills people.
Okay. Chris, but these mushrooms, could I recall back to when I was in that poison massive room? Do I remember seeing these mushrooms anywhere?
Ooh, give me an int check.
Oh god, no. Why?
Do I remember?
Yeah, I thought it could be a agility check.
Use your
20
brain
plus
muscles.
1, nice. Boom, 13.
You remember seeing mushrooms there?
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
You
Were there any
can't-
mushrooms used to make the instant poison, or was that not mushrooms?
No.
I mean, I have some fucking. I have the.
Yeah, you
ingredients to
have
make
the
this.
ingredients.
None of those
yes,
are these
bro.
mushrooms.
No,
Wait,
it's
is
just, no, you
Instant
you look
poison, is
between
that
them.
venom or poison? Like,
I mean, these sound like a kind of poison that's like an ingestion.
Actually, hang on, give me a second.
We need to find you or some tree frogs.
and
Oh yeah,
then lick them.
delicious. And had
Full
some
Simpson
excitement.
style. We're just like licking the toads.
Delicious.
Let's see. Essence of pain is not it. Dust of decay. Yeah, dust of decay.
Mm.
So no,
Shame.
you wouldn't like get a dust from grinding up a mushroom that would like last any amount of time. So no.
What a pity. What a pity. Okay. Well, I'll keep them out. Maybe at some point. I mean,
We have to
maybe
poison
we'll be
food or
poisoning
something.
Sylvanas in food. Yeah.
Great minds.
Mhm. Okay. But yeah, I won't eat them on toast. I'll just eat fucking dwarf food again, I guess.
Get rid of the mushrooms. What do you keep the mushrooms?
I keep them.
You keep them? Okay.
Yeah, why not?
It keeps him like in the roughly same area of his backpack as his
As he
normal
keeps his food.
Next
Yeah.
time there's
Like-
a fucking bear trying to find some food, I got the perfect solution, guys. I hope it's a strong fucking poison.
Deadly AF. Okay. And then you guys get going. Thankful for the rain to
Yeah, by the way,
size your trap.
So just to make sure for like the other two, I've been removing rations for Ragnar from my character sheet. Has anyone else been doing that?
No.
Okay.
Has anyone else been doing that?
I just wanted to make sure we weren't like double feeding him. Like this,
Oh,
Very fast
eat more dwarf veg.
he goes 2 weeks in the jungle after being in captivity
Comes
and
out
gains
fast.
weight. Yeah.
He's like, he's the Sam Tarly of this world. He just like, no matter what he goes through, he somehow maintains
Yeah.
fat.
Or oh shoot, what's his name in Lost, the TV show? Hurley?
Which guy? Which guy? Wait, the guy who doesn't. Oh,
Mary?
Hurley,
Big
yeah,
fat
yeah.
guy.
Hurley,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who remains fat the whole time?
Yeah, he doesn't use any. No, I remember the very specific.
He
says
does.
lost,
He's like,
5
dude, I've
pounds."
lost
Yeah,
60
yeah,
pounds.
yeah.
But he doesn't show it because he was 300 something before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you travel on through the rain, the torrential downpour, which does begin to die down towards lunch until it's sort of more of a, well, not a light drizzle, but I guess a regular rain. It's not, it's sort of a torrential downpour by the time you've had lunch and get moving on for the afternoon. Again, the day's travel is uneventful, although you are starting to, or as you know, in the afternoon, you're spending more and more time sort of now climbing through more hilly terrain. It's less flat land. The trees are much sparser here. And as the rain dies even further, mid-afternoon to a drizzle, you summit a small hill and can see, still about 2 hours travel away, but down this hill, through across a valley and up at the peak of the next hill over, is a large or a tall stone tower surrounded by a low wall in a state of some disrepair.
Okay. Sounds good. A couple of hours away, and it's like the end of the day now.
No, it's mid-afternoon.
No, perfect. Make it easy peasy. Looks like we won't need you to find us a location tonight, Shalan, at least.
See what I think she's useful for.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, and bear scratches, I guess. I'm sorry.
Bear scratches very important.
And heals, and DPS, and knowledge checks.
And knowledge.
Come on.
And the pragmatic solutions, yeah, okay, whatever.
And the whiny bitch, you know, very face.
False.
False.
What am I doing?
Nothing, because we don't.
We don't need you to do anything.
Wow.
That was the whole situation that brought up to this.
Yeah, I heard my name and I assumed that I was needed to do something for the party yet again.
So you weren't needed.
Wow. Okay.
You get a day off.
You get a day. Oh, a night off.
Done.
Not the whole day.
Yeah. Well, unless, I mean, if we don't want to go far, we could try to find a little bit better spot. But
we could hunt for food.
We have a couple of hours left to travel.
Hunting might not be a bad idea.
Well, anyway, as you get sight of this, Ragnar says, "Oh, thank fuck! It's a building. I never thought I'd see a building again."
We were in a farmstead like 3 days ago.
3 days ago? That's 3 days of sleeping in fucking bushes and trees and all sorts of.
The cops look quite comfy, no?
Uncomfortable, naturey places.
Oh, uncomfortable.
I just want to leave over my head again. Let's go. And he pushes on, like, leading the way now.
Okay.
Yes.
For the first time in the journey.
I saw
You're
him.
like, no.
I stop him and I check first.
You check first?
It's what are you checking? It's 2 hours away.
So, yeah, it's like the rest of the day's journey.
Yeah, no, but I want to be in front.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, you can just overtake him. He's slower than you.
Okay.
Rude.
Good point. Good point.
This is true.
Just drive past him.
Mm-hmm.
Step back, little man.
Okay. So, you guys approach the Crusader outpost. As described, it's a grey stone tower, probably 150 feet tall. So, like, it's got multiple levels inside. It's proportionately quite wide. There's a bit of thickness to it. 2 C's and K. So, like, you know, voluminously, this could have, like, probably had a company of, 100 men here at least. Like, you know, it's spacious. There's a low stone wall around it. The whole thing is kind of crumbled down. Like, there was a section in the wall where there was once a gate, which is now just like lying open and rotted on its hinges. And even if there hadn't been, there's, like, you know, a place where you could just climb through the rubble of the wall. But the tower itself, apart from, like, a few sort of places where the walls have just collapsed outwards, it seems to be mostly intact.
Okay. I guess we better check to make sure nothing else has taken up inhabitants of the place. Any wild animal taken as a lair or such.
Is the as we look inside, is like how dark is it in there?
Pretty dark.
No windows and stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's narrow windows, but,
Yeah,
like, you know, windows that could shoot an arrow out of, and, like, you know, somewhere the walls have collapsed outwards and light is
This is
streaming
where
in
we
there.
will hold off the
The sun is just sort of setting at this time, so there's still sort of a fair amount of natural light anytime there's a window or a hole facing westwards. Like, you know, sunlight is streaming in, but there's no forms of light and, like, light sources inside.
I'm still kind of paranoid, so I'm gonna just take my sword and, like, clank it on the inside of the wall to make an echo to see if anything responds inside.
You have awoken something, Jeff. It's like when fucking Pippin
No.
knocks the book
Yeah,
down.
no, you don't. There's no response. You listen for a bit, no sounds.
Yeah, I just look at the body and say, seems safe.
Well, seems like a pretty secure.
Do we see any
place, so-
signs of like how long it's been since we're here? Like, has it been a recent or abandoned for a long, long time?
Years.
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess we just hold up on the ground floor.
We need to decide how long exactly we want to stay here. Obviously, we want to make sure we're all ready for the next stage of journey and
Mhm.
vested enough. But I would rather not spend too much time if we are heading further east. And there shouldn't be too many problems. I would suggest maybe we have the next day as a makeshift rest day. Ragnar will give you a little break from the constant marching, and we can maybe ourselves
Even
will
go hunting and
scout us.
try
Exactly, that would
yeah.
be nice. Get some rations set up.
and try to get skin or something to make more, longer lasting boots.
Sounds good to me. Is anyone gonna like search the rest of the tower?